But city volunteers give out cash cards and blankets to North Complex fire-affected residents. We learn about how intelligent vending machines have changed the way people buy and sell products. Welcome to the Headlines. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. In the United States, the North Complex fire affected many residents in Northern California. City volunteers can once again join the Emergency Relief Center to hand out blankets and cash cards.
We've been evacuated before and nothing ever happened, and finally just the wind changed and the sky turned red. We just knew it's time to get out of there, and it's time to go.
It's kind of tough to see somewhere that you grew up being kind of turned to ash. It's kind of hard to go back up to something you got burnt out of.
We lost our whole house, everything. Everything was in that house. All of 25 years of memories. Sorry.
The coronavirus pandemic and this major fire took place at the same time. This led the Tzu Chi Northwest USA brothers and sisters to mobilize. These are both major battles and much service is needed. We sought out cloud-based operations and online activities using cell phones and the internet, along with social media. These are all the tools that we are using.
We distribute funds. It is a little something to help them along the way. I personally feel gratitude. It feels like I'm actually giving back.
I'm just really grateful for what you guys have done for us. I mean, if I didn't have this, I wouldn't be able to do it. It's like, wow, somebody's here helping us.
Normally, we'd be able to hug them and then, just have a closer interaction with them, but now there's so much more divide. But at the same time, I feel like it's similar because, you're meeting them in person and you're hearing their stories. It's similar and different, but it's a good experience either way.
And we thank your work.
Yes, this is the first exposure that we've had to any of this, and it's blessed, really.
Above all, I've been safe. I'm wearing my gloves, I'm wearing my mask. You can't see behind the mask, but when I talk, my eyes are telling you that I care for you, and I would like for you to be able to move on in life and get better.
So this is kind of how our organization started. So there were 30 housewives who wanted to give back to the community, so they saved 2 cents every single day.
It's a joyful feeling when nationalities come together, even if we don't understand the same language, but we all understand love. Because the world needs love right now. We've lost that love, and love will take care of everything else that needs to be taken care of.
Also in the United States, Tzu Chi New York chapter distributes food and vegetables to families in need every Friday. The distribution has inspired many community residents to join the volunteers. Wu Weiling was infected with COVID-19. When she was quarantining at home, a Tzu Chi volunteer delivered food and vegetables to her. She was deeply touched that she started volunteering when she recovered. Chinese Americans in Flushing look forward to Tzu Chi New York chapter's distribution of food and vegetables on Fridays. Since the pandemic, the number of aid recipients has increased.
Due to the pandemic, there is no work to do. It is difficult for us to stay home.
Many community residents have volunteered at the distribution. Among them is Wu Weiling, who has retired several years ago. When the pandemic was severe this year, she was willing to volunteer every week because she has also benefited from the distributions.
I was also a victim of COVID-19, so I was quarantined at home for a period of time, for about 1 or 2 months. When a Tzu Chi sister heard that I was infected, she delivered food to me every week. Therefore, I'm very grateful.
每个礼拜来给我送食物，所以我很感恩。
The Tzu Chi sister Wu Weiling is referring to is Tzu Chi volunteer Jiang Shanshan. She delivered food weekly and called to care for Wu. Then Wu vowed that she'll also volunteer when she recovers.
那这些东西哈，你今天有6份，对不对？有6份，每个星期有固定的来。
She comes to our office every Friday to serve the members of the public. Although she suffers from raised problem and went through a related surgery, she is not afraid of the hard work. She helps carry the heavy items and distribute the food. I'm very touched.
发放哈，我真的很感动哈。好，慢慢来哦，慢慢来哈，好，慢慢开哈，麻烦你喽。
Wu passed the love forward, delivering food and vegetables to solitary seniors and disadvantaged families. Among them, a famous writer, 96-year-old Wang Dingjun, lives on the same street as Wu.
教授好，师姐啊，慈济师姐，慈济师姐。其实不在于食物的多少，在于
The amount of food does not matter. What matters is the thought. You know, their thoughts have touched me deeply. So, I hope I can inspire the people around me to do something.
During the pandemic, it is hard to raise funds. Wu has made Chinese buns for a charity sale.
这个是要先把那个
We let the dough rise. It will take about an hour.
1个多小多一点。
She hopes more people will be inspired to do good deeds, just like the rising dough.
我觉得这一次的疫情给我
I think the pandemic has awakened me. I cannot just play mahjong every day anymore. I want to do something meaningful. This pandemic is global. It affects people regardless of their ethnicities or nationalities. So everyone should work together to get through the tough times.
Every week, the fruit and vegetable distribution helps 200 families, planting seeds of love in their minds. As Tzu Chi helps these families in need, it also helps to inspire them to help other less fortunate people. The Mingzu Recycling Station is located in New Taipei City's Yonghe District. 28 years ago, Tzu Chi volunteer Cai Suijing noticed that an empty land near his house was full of rubbish. He convinced the landowner to rent the land to Tzu Chi for free. Since then, the Mingzu Recycling Station was established.
做环保哈，真的最快乐。张珍师姐就是说，她做环保，她也是最快乐。
反正厝的都营营啦，都来家都帮助了。
这关系啊，无来干啦，这个所在干啦，新闻。
他成就，大家互相成就啊，这样我都感觉到很不单积极啦。
At the break of dawn, the Mingzu recycling station is already full of recycling volunteers.
I arrived at the recycling station at 6:30 in the morning. I will start to do recycling work till around 8 o'clock. I have been here for a very long time. I think it has already been 20 years.
Zhang Zhen has her own hair salon, and she's only free in the early mornings. She has quick hands and sorts all kinds of recyclable items.
All of them are my seniors. Sister Li Gui is very good in sorting recyclables. Sister Bao Zhu also taught me a lot.
If you have not done recycling work for a long time, you will not get any lesson. I think that we reap what we sow.
Volunteers have all learned from their own experiences. They categorize the recyclables with much detail just to increase the value of these recyclable items.
虽然是纸类，可是下面是铁的。
Although some of the recyclables are paper, but they may have metals underneath it. On the top there might be aluminium, so we need to sort them out properly. We can just simply throw them away uncategorized. Take this plastic bag as an example. Although it is dirty at the bottom, but the top part is still clean. Sister Bao Zhu does not give up and uses scissors to cut off the bottom part, so the top part can still be recycled.
At the Mingzu recycling station, volunteers work on a 3-shift basis. The early morning shift volunteers work until 8 o'clock. Volunteers from the next shift will then continue the work. Chen Nuan is like the thread that links up all the pearls on the pearl necklace, a very important volunteer of the recycling station.
In the beginning, when I was in charge of the recycling station, I started to get a bit frustrated doing all the work by myself. After that, Captain Lee told me that I should learn to ask for help. He'd drop off the recyclables here and ask me to ask for help. So I sent out a message, and Sister Jiang Meiyun started to arrange for volunteers. Out of a sudden, many people started to come to this recycling station.
To be able to turn unwanted items into useful items and saving the resources of the earth, I think it's a very meaningful thing.
88-year-old Guo Su-zhen is the only recycling volunteer left in the afternoon shift. She has a friend who accompanies her while sorting recyclables. Her hair was black when she started doing recycling, and now they're all white. She's also the oldest volunteer in the recycling station.
I'm happy to come here to do recycling work. There's no one forced me to come here. I get to know many sisters here. If I do not head off on home, I will not have the chance to get to know this group of friends. If there's no more work to do, I will head home at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. If there are still items needed to be sorted, then I'll stay back and continue sorting.
Nowadays, there are many items that need to be recycled and thrown away. The recycling station is near to the community, so the residents can easily send their recyclables here. We also take good care of the surroundings. We will not pollute the surroundings, so I think it is very helpful for the residents.
The Mingzhu recycling station has been established for 28 years now. The land was once full of rubbish, but with the volunteers' remodeling efforts, collecting rainwater and reusing it, the land has become spacious and comfortable now, making it the warmest recycling neighbor in the community.
Shandong City volunteers went to elementary school to promote environmental protection. Volunteers designed courses to let children receive hands-on experience in sorting recyclables. Even the teachers agree that one must change behavior to safeguard our planet.
Recyclables are displayed while volunteers educate students on how to categorize those items through practical training.
Aluminium cans are lighter, tin cans are heavier. We can also use magnets. If it's iron, then you'll be attracted to it. If it's aluminium, then it can be attracted to the magnet.
Tzu Chi volunteers are invited to promote eco-friendliness on campus, as students and teachers attend to learn more.
We have been destroying our environment, our Earth, but what is precious is that we still have time to repair our environment. From today on, I will pay more attention to my actions and change my ideals.
The PTA told us that we must do recycling so that we can affect community and bring good change to the street while impacting our neighbors. I think this is a goal when we do recycling.
A lesson on how to love and protect the environment becomes a lifetime lesson in eco-friendliness.
Now, there are vending machines which combine artificial intelligence and Internet of Things. It not only can sell a variety of products, but the owner may know when a product is sold as the machine will be restocked. In the future, within the city where land is precious and limited, many intelligent vending machines may appear. Given a space of 35 square feet, this machine alone may sell many items, dispensing toys, cookies, and even drinks. Now the latest model provides a button press that microwaves a lunchbox.
The newest model of the smart vending machine sells cold beverages, snacks, and even lunchboxes.
This is the first time I'm using this. I thought about checking on the lunch boxes and seeing how the drinks are dispensed from the machines, so I was curious enough to come here. It's very convenient.
The LCD touch panel displays the products clearly, as the biggest difference between a smart vending machine and a traditional vending machine is that a smart vending machine provides a communication device. The system pairs with the cashier's POS system, so there is no need for manual labor since sales data automatically is sent to a nearby convenience store.
In 2018, we developed our first smart vending machine because we saw some enclosed business districts and inconvenient shopping locations. So we thought there was a need for smart vending machine.
With just a space of 35 square feet, the smart vending machine saves operating costs. The saved amounts may be used to expand into new markets while reducing the labor requirement during night shifts. Now this convenience store has over 600 smart vending machines.
The main purpose of it is to satisfy the needs of consumers. In terms of labor placement, we took on a subsidized business model, so to franchise, it can actually create more business opportunities.
How many technologies are within a small vending machine? It includes Internet of Things sensor, artificial intelligence, augmented reality, virtual reality, biometrics, robotics, voice interaction, cloud calculations, and mobile payments, breaking the traditional norm of a traditional vending machine. It's like a low-cost checkout-free store.
If you want to buy Coke, just tap on this Coke, and you will see the picture of Coke. Confirm again if this is the item you want, and tap it to purchase. You can choose mobile payment or cash, and after paying, the shelves open so you may take out the item you want.
The machine can control temperatures ranging from 6 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius, which is good for a variety of fresh foods, increasing its shelf life, reducing food waste while increasing the income of merchants.
While at home, I can see the situation of the store through cameras. I can also see what has been sold and the time of purchase, along with how many items are sold and how much money is made. The cost and profit are clear to us.
The rise of checkout-free stores can be traced back to October of 2016, when Amazon planned and launched a checkout-free store project. But within 10 years, 2,000 stores are scheduled to open. 2 months later, Amazon Go was introduced as a concept convenience store.
Its biggest advantage is that it gives big data to capture all kinds of data from a store. No labor cost is required. The rent is cheap. All you have to do is find a small storefront and you may start a business.
In July 2017, Chinese company Alibaba Group rolled out many checkout-free innovative technologies, from the checkout-free store Tao Cafe to the unmanned restaurant with touch panel dining tables, and the artificial intelligent voice service powered hotel. In 2020, the growth rate is estimated to be at 281.3%, and at 2022, the turnover amount is estimated at over $27 billion.
畅通无阻的用餐体验，回溯食物本身的美妙。
Combining AI, IoT, the AIoT introduced a new way to purchase goods in the virtual and real world. In the future, this will definitely change the traditional retail business model.
In Malaysia, due to the pandemic, the vegetarian food stalls operating during the Nine Emperor Gods Festival must follow epidemic prevention measures. Inevitably, the measures have affected their business. One scholar points out that as we battle against the pandemic, religious followers should also learn to embrace vegetarianism.
Every year on the day before the 9th lunar month, vegetarian food stalls will appear on the streets. There are food choices for the followers of 9 emperor gods. Under the pandemic, food stall owners have to follow epidemic prevention measures.
This year, the vegetarian food stall owners have to follow certain epidemic prevention measures.
Hi.
Follow 1 meter.
These measures control the amount of people at the stalls and allow people to keep a safe distance.
Due to COVID-19, we try to reduce the chance of infection. So we've come up with the SOP. We permit people to celebrate during the 9 days. We also hope people will cooperate with us. We do not want to see any more people getting infected. We hope that after these 9 days, we are still safe and sound.
Due to the pandemic and epidemic prevention measures, many religious followers try not to eat outside or choose to have takeout. As a result, the food stall's business has been affected.
The business might have been affected. Some people might think it is too troublesome, but these are important epidemic prevention measures. We must follow the principles to improve the pandemic situation. We'll still promote vegetarianism so more people can enjoy vegetarian food.
The SOP might be troublesome, but they are good for us. If you do not implement these measures, you might be fined. In addition, if you're infected with COVID-19, you'll be in trouble.
Professor Ong Sen Ha thinks that now is a good time for 9 Emperor Gods followers to embrace vegetarianism.
Facing the epidemic, people should adopt a vegetarian diet. First of all, they will not waste natural resources. Second, they will eat simple food and use simple materials. Third, they won't be eating living beings and won't have to worry about consuming antibiotics or growth hormones. This will protect their bodies. Under such circumstances, people's immunity will be better.
Humans must learn to coexist with nature, reaching a balance in the ecological system. City volunteers in Indonesia are promoting vegetarianism by making vegetarian lunchboxes for charity sale. Each lunchbox costs around $1.5 and it stresses the theme of nutritious food. Indonesia City volunteers, starting from the 17th, started the 9-day vegetarian event in Binjai and Medan City.
Besides promoting the importance of vegetarianism to citizens, we can also meet other volunteers, getting to know one another more. Actually, vegetarianism is a way to improve the way we live.
Every lunchbox costs only $1.5. A healthy vegetarian meal for a cheap price. On the second day of promotion, a total of 554 orders were made.
Although I feel tired, I'm happy because we are bringing people into vegetarianism, so we must feel energetic. Even if our body is tired, deep inside our heart, we feel happy.
I have heard from others that these vegetarian lunchboxes are handmade by volunteers, and the money earned from the sales will be given to people in need.
The sincere cuisines made by the volunteers includes a wide variety of dishes. When eating vegetarian meals is convenient and healthy, more people will give it a try. In Indonesia, during the Summit Lunar Month, city volunteers have held a vegetarian food campaign, which propelled Conti's vegetarianism.
Removing the lid, Conti Paramita is revealing her vegetarian cooking. Her reason for joining the vegetarian journey stemmed from her supporting her mother and Tzu Chi's Auspicious Month vegetarian meal campaign.
Mamaku kan relawan Tzu Chi.
My mother is a Tzu Chi volunteer, and in August she was promoting the vegetarian campaign, so I thought I would respond to the call.
Memang suka mengajak orang untuk berbuat baik dan.
After seeing the benefits of vegetarianism, she realized it is not just to help the planet, but herself, and she became a believer.
After taking on the vegetarian diet, I felt healthier. Usually, I experience cramping during my menstrual cycle, but after eating a vegetarian diet, it feels much better. So since the end of the campaign till now, I've kept to the vegetarian diet because I have felt the benefits of it.
Conti's change also influenced her husband.
When my wife decided to be a vegetarian, I was glad. However, due to my job, it's not convenient for me to keep to the diet outside, so I only eat vegetarian food at home.
The two encourage one another on their journey of vegetarianism, which helps bring another common topic to their lives.
In Indonesia, city volunteers have provided cleaning enzymes to a Boro chief to clean a dirty lake. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.